There I am. And let me turn down the volume. This is gonna be so worth it. Every time I try to turn down the volume on my iPhone, I end up turning off the phone because I don't like the way they've got their the volume's on the wrong side, is what I'm saying. All right, so there I am. Hey, Mike, I see you there. Let me turn. This is gonna be so worth it. And Steve. Every time I try to turn down the volume, hang on, I've turned down the volume. There we go. All right, so now I can be ready to see your comments when we go in. So what are we doing, Bob? You might be asking. So a long time ago, I shared Google Earth with you, Google Earth VR. Now, you may have seen rumblings around online or whatever yesterday. Was it yesterday? 2 days ago, that Google Earth in general, the app, which allows you to see the Earth, from your computer, from your phone or your tablet or whatever, type in addresses. Google Earth. Everyone knows what Google Earth is, right? Hey, Steve. Hey, Nori. So Google Earth VR came out several months ago, and it was awesome. And I've done live stuff with Google Earth before here. Actually, I think this may be the first live Google Earth because I wasn't able to see your comments before, but now I can while I'm in VR. So that's going to be exciting. So here's what they've done. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about here because this is really, really huge. And it's, dare I say, life-changing? I think it is. It definitely changed my perception of the world and all of that. So right now I'm awkwardly looking down on my phone to see any comments you might have. But anyway, so yesterday or 2 days ago, they released a new version of Google Earth. And the biggest request that was made from the virtual reality community in the existing Google Earth was search. There was no, if you use Google Maps, you're aware, you can type in an address and it'll take you right there. That's what they do. Well, that function was missing from the VR version. So they had bookmarks and things like that, and I'm going to show you all of that. And you can say, but basically it was up to you to find your way around. So a lot of the Easter egg hunt was sort of, I'm going to go find my house. I'm going to go find, but sometimes that takes, it takes a long time. Now you can just type in an address, type in a landmark, type in a whatever, and you're whisked right there and you can explore it as if you're there. As if you're there, Bob, what are you talking about? Well, the only people saying that are people who haven't seen this yet. So we're going to now bring all of you and everyone you share this with. I'm waiting. A demonstration, but here's what has to happen. Unfortunately, for me to do this, I have to put on this. So I'm going to look like a goober over in the corner. I'm going to fade in and out from time to time, but I'll be able to walk you through what's happening. So let's just switch on over here right now. I'm going to get myself kind of centered here. All right, now what you're seeing, is a lot of choppiness. And I think because I'm just asking this computer maybe to do too much. But let's just try it. So what we see now is sort of a menu of places I can go. So when you load up Google Earth and you're in it, actually what you're actually taken to is sort of a default scene. Now I'm realizing right now as I'm doing this, and I can't see your comments. I can see where they're supposed to be. It's just black. I think I'm really just kind of I'm asking this computer to do too much. So, but let's give it a try anyway. I'm not going to bail. So when you load Google Earth, you have featured, you have tours, you have cities, you have nature, and you have saved. And so, for example, they have featured places you can go. So if I wanted to go to Tokyo Tower, I click on Tokyo Tower, and it will begin to build in front of me. Now, everything is slow about this right now, and it's obviously very wonky, and I'm getting all sorts of stuff happening. But so I won't probably do this as long as I wanted to. And now I'm remembering I tried this last time. The same exact thing happened. I would like to know why your comments are. See that big black rectangle? That's supposed to be your comments. So anyway, so here we are flying them around the Tokyo Tower. Now, when this is happening correctly, it's very smooth. Now you'll see that the detail of the landscape, if I stay still for a second, takes a while to pop in. That is a function of the speed of my internet card. And also the fact that we're asking my computer to do too much right now. I'm going to take this off for just a second. I know I'm looking up now. So I'm just going to see if there's anything I can do to maybe make this a little smoother just while I'm happening here. I don't know that I can. I think I've pretty much gotten rid of, closed up most of the resources. I closed the browser there. Let's see. Okay. All right, so anyway, so you can see how interesting it is. Now, this is these are all, there's a great video that was put out a couple of days ago about how they do all of this. And, some of the images are taken by satellite, some of the images are taken by plane, and how they're all stitched together, and all of the, it's just an amazing story. But let's get right to the fun oh shoot, that's what I was going to do. I was going to see if I could get your comments working. So let me just see about that, because I'd really like to be able to respond to you. Hey, Leanne, and Donnie Mize, ladies and gentlemen, my next door neighbor and from my childhood. All right, hang on, this is it. Hey, Christy Whitman is also joined. I'm just going to try pushing this over here one more time, because it would be really worth it if I could see your comments. But if it doesn't work, then I'm not going to, sweat it. There we go. Let's try again. See what I guess you guys are seeing. I don't know what you're seeing, really. Now I see your comment. Look at that. It's Bob Big Hat. Doyle, Nori is here. Leanne and Bill is here. And Paul and Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. See, now we're happening. Although I still think we're going to have some processing problems. But let's show you the main attraction here and search. Now I can type in any landmark, any address. For example, I'm going to show. Oh, come on now. I'm going to show you. Every time I do this is going to happen. I'm going to show you where I grew up in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Now, if you've never seen this before, San Pablo Drive, if you've never seen these at ground level before, when you get down to ground level, the detail of all the buildings begins to definitely, suffer. Because, again, there are satellite and plane images, and at this point, like the street view stuff, the really detailed stuff isn't there. Hey, Helen, and hey, Terry, and hey, Panos. I will go to Greece. In fact, I'm going to take requests. That's the fun part about this. I'm going to take requests. You tell me where to go. Well, they don't have Helen here, just in case that's what you were thinking. All right, so I'm going to actually spin around so I can try to remain facing the camera when it's on me. But from above, this is my neighborhood. And in fact, Donnie Mize, look, that's where he lived. Now that's craziness. How weird that he's on here. Well, he was. And that's where he lived. Many a time did I play in this backyard. And then the basement down there. And then you can actually fly down, land on the ground, and then you definitely see the imperfections where everything kind of looks more post-apocalyptic. But it's scale. Like, this is exactly how big my house was, how big Donnie's house was. We used to have a wire running across from our bedrooms with like these plastic telephones before we each had our own phone. And what's cool is when you do a search like that, it pins it. So that, let's say I'm just going to go crazily a long way away. I can always see where 627 San Pablo Drive is, no matter where I go. So, for example, I was trying to figure out the other day, hey, Denise, I was trying to figure out the other day, I don't know if I want to I don't want to tell you this example because I was going to show you exactly where I live. Probably not a good idea. I'd have to get Lynn's approval on that one. But I was going to show you the benefits of marking, because where we live in LA and Marina Del Rey, I was wondering, I wonder where the Hollywood sign is in relation to us. And so I could go find the Hollywood sign by probably just searching for it. Let's see, I also have it bookmarked, but we may as well see if I can look at it. Search Hollywood, Walk of Fame, Hollywood sign, boom. And there you go, Hollywood sign. So again, as time goes by, it comes in more. Now it's actually working pretty well. Now, see, this is what's interesting. I get a sense of the scale of these letters like I could never do anywhere else, right? And then spin the world around, and now I look out over the Hollywood Hills. Now, I've done this before on a live broadcast, because one of the things that, as I was going back and forth between here and here's the Hollywood Bowl over here, pop in there. We're usually sitting up here somewhere, saying Hollywood Bowl, and we can see where the Hollywood sign is from there. Anyway, but as I was exploring this, I was like looking at all these houses up here. And what's really cool is when you see this in 3D, and of course this is the disclaimer when you are demonstrating VR at any time, Oh, she has my approval. Okay, so cool. Hey, Greg, nice to see you. Now, Greg, who has just joined, has spent a good deal of time in Google Earth in this very headset. In fact, I don't think I've wiped it clean since he was here. Oh, great. I'm going to have Greg face. Anyway, what I enjoy doing is kind of looking at, the architecture of some of these homes, try to figure out, like, when they were built, but also, like, steal their view. Like to land right here by this guy's pool, right, and see what he sees. I can see exactly what this person's view is, and it could be a woman. I don't mean to keep saying guy. But you also get a sense of just how on top of each other all these houses are. So, I'm using the HTC Vive, Steve, which is a room scale technology, which means it's normally meant for being able to get up and walk around, but Google Earth can be a seated experience. And then when you get down in here, and you don't see anything. You're just, well, I guess you can, depending on where you go, you can kind of see the Hollywood sign from here. But my point is there's a lot of these homes in here that have no view whatsoever and are just all squished up next to each other. So I've got the Hollywood sign, and it's real easy to find where we live since Linda's given me the approval, since we live in the marina here. I'll tell you what, I'll just fly on top of our building. All right, we are on top of the building. Like if I was to go outside on my front porch right now, this is basically what I'd see, although I'm not. This is close. So see, now I can see the Hollywood sign is way over there, but it looks like it's on the other side of a hill or something. Let's just see. So if I wanted to fly directly from where I am, pretty fun, huh? Hey, Kareem. So see, look at that. I do actually have the Hollywood sign in line of sight from where we are. We just don't have the right kind of, I mean, there might be a tree or something missing, but it looks like we should be able to do it. We should be able to see it if we have the right level of magnification. Let me spin back around here. Let's see. So welcome to my neighborhood, Marina Del Rey. Lovely, lovely. And so I'll just kind of fly around here just for a second, and then you guys can give me a request. Where do you want to go? Send me an address, send me a landmark, send me a whatever. Okay, yes. Okay, Leanne, come on over. We'll have it is like a virtual jetpack. Hey, Jarek. All right, so anyway, so now we are just flying along the beach here. Now, this is where Lynn and I will come down with Cody and try not to get caught by the lifeguards because there's dogs aren't allowed on the beach. What's up with that? So we'll usually ride, either ride our bikes or walk Cody along here, and we'll come out here and go right down here to the water's edge, right? And so we can see the Washington Bridge from over here, and this is basically our view. It would be so cool, and one day, if the water was moving, if they even simulated it a little bit, right? Go to the Statue of Liberty, Golden Gate Bridge. Okay, I can do all of those things. While I'm here, let me just pop over to the Santa Monica Pier, because it's kind of a destination for people, and people know it because of the Ferris wheel and the roller coaster and all that stuff. Again, we can still see the Hollywood sign over there. We know where that is. We have that frame of reference. Now, again, it all looks kind of junky and weird because, it's satellite imagery and that type of thing, but still just so cool. So see, now I can get down here to the level of the roller coaster and now just kind of virtually ride the roller coaster. Or fly right off of it. All right, so Statue of Liberty. Hey, Sue. All right, so now Statue of Liberty I actually have bookmarked already, but just for the sake of this, STATUE, Statue of Liberty National Monument. And coming down in 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. That purple line you see is because I'm at the very border of my I was about to say law of attraction space, so I don't know where that came from. Of my room, and I'm all facing the wrong direction. That's so easy to happen. So, all right, so there's the Statue of Liberty. More detail will come. Get right up on her. Actually, literally land on her crown. So this is scale. Where are you again? Boy, so easy to turn around. How can I ground myself so I won't keep turning around? So now I'm on top of the Statue of Liberty, seeing exactly the size and all that. How cool is that? Yeah. Okay, boy, now I have to remember how to spell that, Helen. All right, so we got a 43 Pawnee Avenue, Lake Hiawatha. So let's just try that real quick. For Steve, 43, was it? Okay, P-A-W-N-E-E Avenue, Hiawatha? Or will that work? Will Oakland, New Jersey work? I'll just keep going. I forgot it now. Oh, was it Avenue? It was Avenue, right? I'm going to say Oakland. I'm going to guess it's. He can tell me. Here we go. Now, you'll see that some of these are not raised three-dimensionally, like they don't pop up out of the ground. It's more some of them, like the metropolitan type of areas that do that. But eventually, it'll all get done. So, does this look familiar? It's flat. That's not it? So this isn't it. All right, hold on a second then. Then I will try again. Pawnee Avenue, Hiawatha then. Is that right? Lake Hiawatha. Let's try. Sorry about that, Steve. 43 Pawnee Avenue. Well, I'm going to have to type it again. Luckily, this is not... Like, if you ever tried to do a search with the Apple TV menu, the Apple TV controller, and you're trying to scroll through menu, now that is annoying. This is not that annoying. Lake Hiawatha, there we go. That's got to be it. Right. Here we go. And look, we're 3D. Am I getting a little choked up now, Steve? Is this bringing it on back? Hold on, let me spin you around. I've got to figure out a way to know that I'm looking in the right direction. Sorry about all the chaos there. What do you think? Steve? I'm going to get you, Sue, if I can. So, oh, and by the way, I never did show you this, but I can change the time of day by dragging the sun along. So we can see it at night. That's it. I got it right. Yeah, so you can get in here and just explore your old neighborhood and all that. And let me tell you something. It's an interesting feeling because of true emotions do come up of that sense of even though it looks like it looks. All right, Grove Park in Asheville. All right, let's do it. Try and get through these as quickly as I can. Grove Park in Asheville. You just say Asheville. Yes. See, I'm like your personal private jet captain, except no one's paying me anything. All right, here we go. Ooh. So tell me, Sue, what's going on with this? Wow, it's coming on in. This is pretty. Look at that. Denise is totally geeking out. Well, this is an interesting place. What's all this here? Let's go on down and see. Now, see, this is what's really cool about this, obviously, is being able to get vantage points of places that... Jeez, I'm turned around again. Getting vantage points of places I would never be able to see. You know, views I would never be able to see, even though they're not, obviously, it's not exactly like being there. But in some cases, like for me, it's like, okay, this is good enough. I do not need to come. Well, this may not be the right example. But there are some things that I look at with curiosity and go, that's really cool that I can see it this way, but I don't need to go here. All right, let's see. That's the spa. Cool. All right. I don't have any others. You can show the comments less. Bob is the comment board since a blog review. I know, but I have to be able to see the comments, Letty. All right, I need another request. And I have to be able to see this to be able to see the request. All right. Seems like there was another one. I can show you some interesting things that I have bookmarked for myself. Well, let's just say just recently, Mount Rushmore. And what's interesting to me about the Mount Rushmore, and a lot of these types of things, is like they seem so big, and they are. But then you zoom up into space a little bit, and suddenly nothing's big anymore. So here we are from, I guess, the top of this theater or whatever. Again, I've never been here in real life. But now I can fly on up, and the detail will pop in more. But it's not going to look exactly right. But again, you get this sense of like climbing up on top of George Washington's head and seeing the view. Well, the view. The Taj Mahal, great, awesome. Let's do it. There we go. All I had to do was Taj. Okay, see, so this is an area where it would be super cool, but it's not in 3D. So again, some of these countries like India. You know what's really interesting? I was doing this morning. I typed in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, right? Get to the White House, and all of Washington, D.C., absolutely flat. All around it, it's elevated. Interesting, huh? Go to York, York, your hometown in the UK. All right, hold on. So I guess I'll just try York. Wow. Well, that instant service. We are manifestors here, Leanne and I. All right. Now, so this is interesting. It's brought us into it, and it looks like it's flat too, but it's brought us from the space view. Like I can zoom out and see the whole planet and move it around. And this is great because it's pinned and I can just find her again. But let's get on in there. So then once you get a certain level of closeness, now you tilt down for Earth view, which is trippy the first time it happens to you in VR. Oh, look, we're elevated here too. Here we are, Leanne. What do you think? Oh, you get motion sickness, Steve. That's a bummer. I've never had that. I have never had that. Look at this. And that, going to like the UK and some of these countries that have so many years of history and the architecture and all of this, it's really, it's amazing. I've only been to the UK actually twice, and it was a very short trip, very, just kind of rushed through things, didn't really get a look at much. And that was like London and Bristol and Bath were the only places I really got to see. So getting in here and being able to like fly around, like Superman through the It's really, if no other app or game or anything makes me want to upgrade my equipment more than this, so that because you can see videos of on YouTube of Google Earth where it's not popping in slowly like this, where it's actually, you fly over it and it's as crisp as it's going to get, and that's pretty sweet. And I think that is an issue of my card. Dublin, okay, all right. Oh, okay. What do you think, Leanne? Was that cool? All right, so Koyasan, Japan, and then Dublin. Koyasan. Yep. Wow. Here we go. Boy, this search is so awesome. Guys, not having this before, I mean, it was still unbelievable, but I think I literally have something like 44, 45 hours in this game, this application, and I would say that, at least 3 or 4 or 5 of those hours is just searching frantically for. It's got to be more than that. Just like, where is it, and trying to get perspective. Especially like when I went back to, my home, the house I grew up in, because the area had changed so much. It was difficult to know what I was looking at. Hey, Dawn. Okay, so is this mean anything to you there, Lynn? Is this where you were? I think I just burped audibly, and I apologize for that. It's interesting. You can see, where the photography cut off, right? Like where the images were stitched together. It was interesting. This video I saw, they were talking about how they always try to make it spring wherever you are. The pictures are always spring. Oh, so fly down there, she says. Okay. So I'm flying down, but again, it's not raised, so it's just 2D. So all we do is we can't really see too much of buildings or anything. Interesting how this all smoothed out. It's working really well now. I guess my computer said, all right, let's throw everything into this. But yeah, not much more I can see in terms of elevated stuff. Let me get to Dublin. Helen has been very patient. That should be green. Oh, we're up in space again. Now look at this. Let me just change the... Look at that. Is that awesome? You get that whole ring. All right, let's get it daylight again, and we'll go on in. What's Dublin doing? There we go. We got some 3D. Yay! Okay. Oh, that's a cemetery. Oh, okay, cool. Wow, look at this. Here we are in Dublin. I freaking love this pen. I gotta tell you, I was telling Lynn the night before this update came out, and I didn't know it was coming out. I told her, I said, you know what would be super cool, because that whole Hollywood sign, knowing where it was from where we were, is if they did like a pin, so you could always know. And the next day, after months of wishing for these types of things. So it's manifestation mode, guys. Now's the time to use your law of attraction skills, because things are lined up. Big time. I'm not even kidding. And I'll bet you there are people on this call who are in agreement. Find Superman. Yeah, okay, I'm going to just put in Fortress of Solitude. River Liffey. All right, let's see if I can go specifically there. There we go. River Liffey. Am I doing that right? River. Oh, I misspelled river. Sorry. There it is. Ooh, wow, this is so sweet with the search. I just can't even tell you. Well, I guess I can, and I have repeatedly, so sorry about that. All right, let's get on down. Nice. Look how beautiful. So I guess this is it. This is the... I didn't mean to... So I think this is... It's my new way of talking. I'm going to talk like that from now on. I'm going to put at the end of everything I say. Say, hey, Lynn, the chili I've been making is ready. I think that'll be great. Very excited about that. Can I find a... Oh. That would be interesting, though. Let me try that. Let me just put in White Castle and just see what happens. Now, there's probably something called White Castle, for which the burgers were named. White Castle, Louisiana. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what this does. Whoa. All right, let's get on down there. Boy, they've really so improved this with the labeling. All right, there you go, Steve. There you are. Congratulations. Weird. White Castle. Didn't even know. The chili isn't ready yet. Cambodia. All right, let's do it. Cambodia. Man, oh man, oh man. So easy now. Isn't it fun to delight in technology? All right, here we are in Cambodia. And I'll say it, this is also what Google Earth has done for me is, as a person who is awful about geography and not knowing where anything is in the world. This has definitely changed that. I'm getting more and more familiar with, it's like, oh, that's there? That's a part of that? Had no idea. So here we are in Cambodia. Obviously not a three-dimensioned area as of yet. Is this where you're from? Do you actually know this area, Neshman? Yeah, I know that's the town White Castle. I need that. Covent Garden, London. Check out so I can also click and drag the whole thing under me, or do the flying thing. I of course love the flying thing. There's just not a lot of elevated stuff here to see, but we got there. All right, now where was that? Covent Garden, London. Wow, it just comes up. It knows what I'm thinking. I mean, because really, how many... Okay, look at this. Wow, I popped in. I guess because maybe we were already here, but a lot of this seemed preloaded. That came in pretty fast. So what's the significance of this, Lynn? Fly through the cobblestone streets. I guess this is the cobblestone. Let's see if it pops in a little clearer. That's probably them, yeah? Whoa, I'm up against in a building. Wow, okay, hold on. I've got so many requests. But yeah, I guess I assume this is the cobble. I mean, it looks like this is maybe cobblestone or whatever. So many places to explore. It's right in my face. And then just as quickly, we go to, what was it? Oh, Camino. What am I thinking? So, just Camino. There we go. Hey, you are like right there. Isn't that cool? All right, here we are. Again, it looks like kind of a remote area without a lot of 3D stuff. We've got some definite terrain elevation, just not the real estate yet. What's the significance, Dawn? That should be my rule. Tell me where and why. Not that I would not go, depending on the reason. But I'm assuming this is a residential area that means something to you. I'm being psychic. I see that this has some significance for you. How did he know? All right. Let's see. I'm going to try this, wrong button. I knew that was going to happen. This SOSSU. Is that it? Yep. And I will do Great Barrier Reef next and see if that works. And here we are. Whoa. You know what? I'm guessing that there is no internet cafe around here. That if you don't have a signal, you are screwed. It doesn't even look like there's a 7-Eleven. So, boy, really got to know what the significance of this place is. Oh, yeah, I used to picnic here. A lot of great memories of being out here. That's one of the other things about a lot of time in Google Earth is you realize, for number one, how much freaking water there is, and then also how much uninhabited space there is. Used to live there. Okay, cool. Climb down those dunes. Yeah, they're not really elevated very much. That would be cool if they were. All right, let's try this Great Barrier Reef and see if it does that. I love that it starts the search clean and not with what you had before, so you don't have to backspace. There it is, Great Barrier Reef, ladies and gentlemen. You ask, we deliver. That's the Bob Doyle Show promise. Here we are, shall we? So I don't know what we're going to see, but we'll find out. Yeah, because it's out here, all we're really seeing is kind of where it is. We're not going to be able to see too much detail. But at least we know we can search for it, get in the general vicinity of it. All right, what else we got? Yeah. I'll go to Spain for Helen. Helen, a top requester today. And so much so I typed her name. Now, there's so much in Spain, obviously, and there's some really interesting bookmark things, I think, that Google supplies you in Spain. Having that marker is so great, because sometimes when that tilts, you can get discombobulated. Now, I don't know where in Spain really this is landing. It's Madrid, I guess. But it's not elevated here either. Well, wait a minute. It looks like it's trying to be. So parts of it. That's very weird. Like the trees are up here. Well, no, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Cool. This is interesting. Sometimes getting on football fields. Here, let's real quick. I'll show you if I can find it. Oops. Saved. Let me get to. Oh, there's one. Just real quick. If you have the experience. All right, Los Angeles Memorial Stadium, Coliseum, sorry. And here we are. That's what it would look and feel like, except with more people and noise. And then boom, I'm going, no one's stopping me, I'm going, and now I'm the football, and I am good. And look, home again. Boom, back on top of my building. Which seems like maybe now would be a fine time to stop. What do you think? Oh wait, we got a full-on major league address here. All right, I'm going to try this for you, Sue, and then I can do this again sometime. Which I'd love to, except that everybody has to promise to bring 30 people with them. Deal? Do we have a deal? If I do this for you, Dawn, if I type all this in, not Dawn, Sue, sorry. Parco. See, is it gonna? There it is. Did it find? Yep, there it is. See, I didn't have to type hardly anything. Beautiful. All right, let's pop up a little bit here so we can get a view. Beautiful. Look at these trails. Have you been here, Sue? Get down on the street level. Spin this around a little bit. No, too many trees. Can't see. That's a pretty view, huh? Wow. See, so many you've discovered these places. I was flying home from Atlanta a couple of weeks ago. That's another whole story. And as I was flying over the mountains towards the airport, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get in Google Earth and see if I can recreate this entire trip over. And as I was doing that, I discovered all these really cool places. So now what they've done with the mountains is amazing. I mean, come on. Now, again, you can't see it in 3D, which makes a huge difference. But it is pretty spectacular to be able to say, I'm just going to land on this mountain. And there it is, at scale, exactly what it would look like from the top of the mountain. Sweet, huh? All right, Leanne, thanks for being here. Yeah, we can do Zurich, we can do wherever. Okay. Oh, look, there's me. Boy, I'm in the camera. That's the amazing thing. Every time I do this normally, I'm somewhere else. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out of this. Come back over to the regular camera. Now I have VR nose and VR hair. Right? How cool was that? That's just so fun to me. I can't even believe it. Now I'm trying to find your comments. Wow, now, see, that though your comments are so big in that screen, and now this is like microscopic, and there's no way I can read it. I have to put on my readers. My thin optics. Yeah, I know. So Steve, I'll find the link to the video I saw yesterday, that really talks about the what technically happens to make this thing occur. It's really, really amazing. And we will go to Italy next time. Thank you, Helen. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And we'll definitely have to do this again. But I want more people next time. And that's got to be our deal. Okay. All right, you guys are awesome. Well, thanks for hanging with me. I've been wanting to do this for approximately ever. But the search thing made it, without the search, it was impractical. Because people would have said, okay, go here. And then I'd be like, okay, where's that? I would have had no idea. Now, of course, this is a ton of fun. So the rest of you, it's not like I'm talking to a segment of you, and now I'm addressing all of you. I think I mean, when I say the rest of you, I mean everyone who isn't me. So don't cry. Please don't cry. Don't cry. I do this, I just want to spread love in the world. Boy, I have really got VR head. I could not. Oh my God! Now I'm looking at the delay. I look so silly. Oh well. All right. I'm out of here like Guinevere. You guys are awesome, and now I have about 18,000 buttons to push to end this broadcast and end the various recordings. And who knows? I may miss it and be broadcasting on some channel somewhere for the rest of the day, inadvertently. That'd be fun.